Hi everybody, it's PieGuy here. I am today telling you how to make a map in Roll20 because someone asked me to. So have fun. Anyways, how I do it, it's fairly simple. You go into your module. Here I have this Curse of Strahd Amber Temple map, which I have already saved. If you want to save it, you can click into it, right click, save image as, save it to your folder, do all that good stuff. Probably already got that part though, because most people who own a computer know how to do that type of thing. When we get to Roll20, we want to click on this little tab guy up at the top, and then we want to go create new scene, plus here. It'll add it to the bottom. You can retitle it. I'm going to call this one Amber Temple. And then if we click on the little gear icon here, we can get to how we want to set this up. So we want our grid on to start with for sure. You can turn it off later, but for the moment we'll want to start with it on. And then the next thing that we do is we actually want to count the squares on our map. So I've already done it for this guy, and this one I don't think that I even cared because it's just a little world map. But for my Amber Temple map, I've determined it is 44 blocks tall by 32 wide is probably about what it is. So we're going to go 32 width, 44 height, and that should get us pretty close. Additionally, I know that each square on the actual map that I have, it says it's 10 feet. So what we're going to go do here is for cell width, we're going to decrease this by half, so 35. Next thing, so if this opacity of the grid is set to like minimum, then sometimes you can't see the grid. So make sure that is actually like on. I think it just defaults to like half though. You can turn it up or down, change the color of it depending on your map's color. But anyways, so we're going to save that, and then we're going to go over here. Next thing we need to do is actually upload our map, so we hit upload here, and then we'll go navigate to our files. This is not where I have it, I actually have it on my flash drive here, so I go into my Curse of Strahd folder, Amber Temple, and then it takes a minute to upload it, so if you have that little gray bar there, you see how it went away? Like if that gray bar is there, it's still processing. So how you get here, up on this little top banner, you click on the little picture guy. And then it will be right there, the most recent one that you've uploaded. You drag it out onto your little guy. And it's teeny tiny there, but you're just going to click onto it, and then it's got the little drag points like any good picture resizer does. So you're just going to drag this thing all the way down to your maximum width or height dimension, whichever one is. So like if your map is portrait orientation or landscape orientation, you'll run out of height first. If your picture is portrait orientation, you'll run out of the width first. But anyways, you drag it till you hit a border there, and then you will just drag your guy down all the way to where it is then at the bottom of each. This will make it so where your map does not look smushed, like this actually looks like it's the correct dimensions. You then right click onto your map, you go down to layer, and we're going to send this to map layer. Now you can see that my grid has overlaid it, and it looks like we're off by quite a bit. So I'm actually going to shrink this guy down to 31 width. If I go back here, click on the gear, 31, save. This is where it gets a little bit wacky. So a lot of times I would actually just call that a day there. I wouldn't actually worry about it too much because we're going to be a little off. But so what we want to do is we want to then just pull this guy in with its landscape tab there, just one, and then we'll put it back into its place. And that is actually a little bit better, so I think it was a good idea that I did that. If you can see like up here, it's not perfect. It's probably not going to be perfect, but it usually doesn't matter, especially if you're going to decrease the size of the cells by half. So if you have 10-foot grid, then it matters less than if you have a 5-foot grid. Anyways, that's pretty much how you do it. And if you, for say, like, if you really can't get it to line up and it pisses you off, like it does for me sometimes, what you can actually do here is you can take all the tokens that you're going to need. So I have my players over here, so we're going to grab Jeb. so you can put his token on. Oh, he's gigantic. What the fuck? Let's put him back on the token. There we go. It was because I put him on the map. He was big. But anyways, so you put them on the token. They're appropriately sized for the grid. And then what you could do is you can come up here. Once you've got all of your players and monsters out, and then you can switch the grid off. And then they'll just be able to wander around. Only problem with this is that these are 10-foot things, so they actually are going to need a grid for this map, and I do want it on for this case, so I'm going to turn it back on. There you go. Now they snap to grid again. But he won't go back in his one spot. Why would you not go back in your spot, Jeb? Whatever. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.